say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Running inside, it's Hill. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Moore to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Moore. Gashing the D on the right. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the move, it's Hill. And he's knocked down.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
And this one is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Handoff to the single running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Austin Mack still looking on the move. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to pass, it's Mack. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep...
Got a little grass. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Fires to the wideout. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Moore. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Mack. Stepping to the right. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Throwing Mack. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Under fire. Back's got it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him, so that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Motion from the wideout. Gonna run it. It's Hill. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's gonna go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are a committee, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Throwing Russell. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
This time he's got it. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Alabama quickly back to the line. From the gun, the ground game. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And they knocked through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Dante Moore. Looking down the middle. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. You're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Buys a little extra time. Throws to the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, that's when the
nigga ain't got no quarterback. I ain't got that one quarterback.
DR
was just
that play in their sleep.
Hey, it's been 2 quarterbacks. It's between 2 of them. I done switched between both of them. They both trash.
Power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house.
I ain't got no quarterback, man. This is crazy work.
Now here's Russell. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7
it's going to be tough for them boys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Moore. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection and the
Stay
defense
with me, boy.
putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Now facing a 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Alabama offense coming onto the field.
All right.
We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say,
You
maybe
know
I
that,
go
fat boy.
for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down in the end zone.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Austin Mack. Working that left side now. Breaks a tackle.
Hey.
He's got room. Breaks a tackle.
Hey.
He might have room.
Hey, break them tackles, boy.
Touchdown time.
Oh.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off
breaking the
here.
tackles
And
out
it's
here.
so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the run, it's Hill. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They're working that left side. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Throwing more. Finds his big tight end. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit, but they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Moore will throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got him this time. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Here's Moore to throw. Rush is on him. He's got the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. In the gun on third down, Moore. He got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Making side adjustments here. Big guy tries to barrel in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half. To cut this to a one-possession game, you need more of that physicality in the second half.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds and the... will have a little bit easier time of things. Mack. Here's a heat. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Mack. This time it's complete. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
Mack from the gun on third down. Moving out to the right. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll run for it. Here's a little room there. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throwing Mack. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Moore to the air. Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to take a shot. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke in their matchup against the number 2 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Blue Devils sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome.
Here comes that Alabama offense.
And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is...
Makes the catch and he's free. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
He leaves it with the back. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers. They got to wrap him up. They got to get him on the ground. They can't keep getting gashed.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. They'll give it to him again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Austin Mack. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Mack. Now he's going to break the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Now here's Mack. The throw. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And for whatever reason, this quarterback has not been able to find his footing in this game. He's one of the better and more talented quarterbacks in the country. Had his guy wide open that time. He didn't have to throw it that hard. He could have just floated it to him for the easy completion, but he's just been off over and over again in this game.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Steps away. Makes the catch. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The run inside. It's Hill. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Dante Moore. Looking to the big tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Ducks line up to punt it away. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Keelan Russell. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20th to 19-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Moore with the play fake. It's complete. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll leave it with him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? They do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yardage situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Moore hit as he throws. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's...
Snags it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Ducks! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Russell. Here's the pressure. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Back to pass, it's Russell. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Throwing Russell. Deep shot for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Oh my God.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Skips away from pressure. He's going to take off. Steps out at the 34-yard line.
Boy.
Pick up on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And I love the change in decision making.
Oh my
That was a
God.
much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there. Through the
Too loud
interception.
in
This
here,
possession,
man.
it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Too loud in here for
Midway
him,
point
man.
in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to the ground with the running back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I mean, sheesh.
The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keelan Russell. Floating away.
Good pick up. Good pick up. Good pick up. I saw you, boy.
Throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Let's go get him.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Flips it out on the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I love the play call on 3rd down. You're trying to get the running back involved on a screen pass. You just got to get it better executed. They couldn't block it good enough up front, and now they're facing 4th.
And it's good! They take the lead here in the 4th.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights. With all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him, he delivered.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Running inside, it's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten
good hit. Way to hold on.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man, to be able to see him. He sees the receiver breaking from the right side of the field, but you got to be able to read the coverage in front, and that's really good timing, getting the ball out of your hands, knowing when he's going to come open, and putting the ball right on him.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Got his man out of the backfield. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. The give and tick, 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 tick. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Throwing Moore. Right on target this time. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Moore will throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39. The Tide ready to roll on offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up.
There he goes. He's at the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff.
I thought it did too. Whatever. Whatever. God.
Here's Moore to throw. Gets it out fast. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
Yeah, and Dave, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side. And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore.
Hey, boy.
Another incompletion.
Way to get a paw up.
Down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this first down.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Right back to the well. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.